NBA Jam, the Jamology review, part 5 of 3.
You knew it was coming, but even still, we've gotten so many requests to review this game since well before the game even came out.
Oh man, Tony, what if we read some of them back to the audience?
Ooh, sounds like filler to me.
Shut up! Review NBA Jam 2002 for GBA. Why would we do that?
So when will part 5 of 3 be? Wait. So when will part 5 or 3 be?
The Jam is coming soon. Hey Tony, I was wondering if you like the look of the new NBA Jam game for Wii, and will you be getting it? Could we be seeing part 5 out of 3 for the Jamology soon? No punctuation necessary.
You know that the reason I made Wikipedia is because of NBA Jam. The world needs more NBA Jam. I'm Jimmy Wales. This is Jimmy Wales here, and I just wanted to let you know that the Jimmy Wales Foundation for more NBA Jam and Wikipedia would like H4G Games to make more NBA Jam. Wales. NBA Jam!
You guys should review the new Jam LOL. Wow, LOL is right.
No kidding, I have not laughed that hard since I was fondled by a midget.
Mine was a dwarf.
Well, little people. So NBA Jam is a Wii exclusive. Was a Wii exclusive. Someone either at Nintendo or EA, probably Nintendo, let that one slip through because EA, they like their money. So we're gonna, oh yes, absolutely. So the Wii, it's a little bit more geared towards kids. We'll take a look at how this plays here. So there are many different controller setups. We're going to do Nunchuck Wii mode because it offers the most unique experience in comparison to the other versions of NBA Jam out right now.
It makes you feel like you're really fishing.
Exactly. So what do we think about this music here, just for starters?
It's definitely a more modern hip-hoppy touch than the old sort of funky Jam style, but I think it's a lot better than that, what was it? Was it the Saturn that had?
Jaguar.
Oh, the Jaguar.
So basically where I am right now in the campaign mode, I can essentially verse a team from the original NBA Jam.
Los Angeles Lakers versus Patrick Ewing and John Starks.
You know, there's one thing I sort of miss. It didn't have tonight's matchup, Lakers versus Knicks!
So as you can see, up, down for the dunk, and it's kind of the same with the three-pointers.
I'm liking this. This is my first time actually seeing this, and I gotta give it a thumbs up so far.
You're not even playing, John.
Look at it! Look at how jam it is!
One of the biggest issues I initially see while playing this is the lack of tag mode.
Tag mode was a very important part of my NBA Jam experience. It's an option that was never on by default. You had to turn it on. But it meant that whoever had the ball on offense, you, the player, would control. So you never have any of the problem that I often have with the computer players where they just don't shoot the ball.
Oh yeah.
I really do enjoy the new models they have in this game. They're pretty detailed, they look like the real people, but at the same time they've got some character going on.
Yeah, you know, it's not too serious. Basically, they have a 3D model for their body and a series of HD, not Wii, but high definition, high resolution 2D faces.
And you get a big prize from EA if you can snap a snapshot of each player's elusive O face.
Is that true?
Hell no.
We'll give you a free copy of Ura Zelda.
Yes. That they just managed to somehow acquire.
EA.
People going into this game may not realize that most of Tim Kitzrow's sayings, at least in the original NBA Jam, were basically carbon copied from Marv Albert. And so you could go into that game being like, yeah, this is basically like a more enthusiastic, better Marv Albert. Going into this, it's like, oh, it's Tim. Who's Marv? Fuck Marv! You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to talk about him. I mean, I'd have a poster up if my girlfriend would allow me to put posters up of rapists, but unfortunately she and they just broke the backboard, those sons of bitches. What's missing? What's missing here?
Full motion video?
Full motion video, and an injury rating. It is unlike the tournament edition, and there's no injury rating, which kind of takes out some of the strategy, to be honest. Because shoving basically doesn't do anything.
No, I was a big fan of shoving. I was a major hack, but they have nerfed the hell out of it. Back in the day, you could be guaranteed to get the ball if you shoved somebody.
Oh yeah, it was like a better version of stealing. But now stealing and shoving are kind of separate actions. It's like, do you want to stall the game and push them to the ground and maybe get the ball? Or do you want to steal it and then shoot and potentially win? Oh, look at that. Okay, that's another thing. Being on fire is no guarantee that you're going to get it in. Alright, what do you want to be, John?
Gonna be Scottie Pippen.
No. You want to be old school Knicks?
Ooh, that is tempting. Yeah, go with old school Knicks.
Okay.
So although the NBA Jam has sort of changed guards here, now being made by EA instead of the original Midway, the game's creator, Mark Turmel, was brought in as a correspondent. He was responsible for the age-old Bulls choke, which meant that every time they played the Pistons, they were programmed to miss more shots at the end of the game. So this is a detail-oriented man, and the fact that he came on to correspond for this game is probably a big part of why it's so awesome.
Oh, damn it, Richie, I hate you. Damn, yes! Yes. Take it. Oh,
My house. My house.
oh,
Your house.
oh no, this is not boding well. Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
Does it have the distance?
Oh!
This brings up another detail that I find somewhat frustrating about this game.
28.
Why do the last second shots just freeze the moment it hits the rim? I remember back in the old Jam, you could have it like dance around on the rim and sometimes it would fall in, most times it would just pop right back out.
Yeah.
But having it just freeze right there is such a cop-out.
Yeah, you get that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it goes both ways. It can screw you over or the opponent, but suspense. There's something to be said about suspense, you know, and it just is not here, unfortunately.
24 blocks in that game, for the record.
Shut up, Richie.
So that was the Wii version, which curiously does not make use of the balance board or the light gun. But there is an HD version for the PlayStation and Xbox. So we forced Richie to go out and get it, because it does have extra stuff, and we sent him to the best place ever, Funko Land. Ooh, terrible revelations. After killing himself, Richie returned home with only 3 lives left to give us this fantastic NBA Jam for PlayStation 3.
So this looks pretty much the same. If we were playing it in HD, it would be nice in HD, but it's not. So otherwise, pretty much the same presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a quick look through the modes without going into any of them, just to see what's available.
Well, we got Play Online. That's something we certainly
That
didn't
is a
see on the
huge
Wii.
difference. A huge
Yeah,
difference right
yeah.
there.
Let's figure out how this PlayStation controller works. So shooting on the PlayStation, similar to the Wii, you're going to flick the right stick up, and then at the tip of your release, you're going to slam it down.
Okay, so it's similar to the motion of the Wiimote, but without the motion of the Wiimote, basically. That's a little bit awkward.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Can I give it a shot here? Oh, down. Oh. Flailing around like an idiot.
I think it's left and right with the steel.
Oh, okay. Apparently, from what I've read, you can actually unlock these stick people as a
Which is pretty awesome.
The stealing maintains a horizontal plane, even if you're like trying to steal upwards.
Yeah.
So I feel like once I start playing the game, I'm gonna be trying to steal an awful lot and just end up jumping for the block.
Yeah. So let's play a multiplayer game. Is it John and me? Are we on a team?
That ass is ready.
Oh yeah.
Happy ass is a jam ass.
Alright, so really you don't use any of these buttons here.
They are available as an optional control scheme,
Oh,
but I don't really know how it works.
I wish it would have taught us how to do that, because I much rather would have just played it like a classic jam game than with this fucking right analog stick.
Tough noogies.
Yeah.
Shit. Do X. X is pass.
What would X be passed? Wouldn't it be R1?
Or why would X not be shoot?
I like square as shoot. It's not a bad choice.
Oh.
No,
Damn
like
it.
R1 and R2 are used for nothing.
Yes, correct.
It would be the perfect thing to pass right there.
Here's Durant. Sweet.
We're getting destroyed.
I wasn't even trying to help. I was just trying to shove.
I know you weren't trying to help. We can
Really,
tell.
you noticed that?
Ah.
The
The control setup is so bad.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Yeah, after this, we're just gonna have to see if we can change it.
Yeah. It's so bad.
I'm sorry, but it seems that there is no option to change the controls. But yeah, it is a bizarre that they have mapped some functions to these space buttons when they're expecting you to do the dual stick, and yet have left both of the triggers on the right side unoccupied, and have done redundant functions on the two triggers up here.
Yeah. This you basically just have to ignore Jam Camp, memorize those front face buttons, and then you'll start enjoying this game.
Why is it that it's got play now, play online, game modes, jam challenges, and extras? But extras is basically just options. Why wouldn't you just call it options? You'd be like, oh, extras, like extra like videos and stuff that's bundled with it? Sweet. Oh, it's just options.
That would have been awesome if the full motion videos from like the Sega CD were on this, and like all of their grainy,
Like they got like dunks and goes.
200 by 100 resolution glory. But yeah, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
So, yeah, there's a few issues I have. First off, I like the Wii version. It's a little weird doing some of the gimmicky moving stuff, but you get used to it fairly quickly. You get the idea of sort of like swatting and like, you know, jumping and dunking and stuff like that. It's fairly intuitive. But trying to put that to the PlayStation control, that did not work well. And the idea that you said, oh no, that is the way you will do it, that's irritating. But if you gave it move support, it'd essentially be the Wii version with online play.
And HD.
And HD.
And HD, so it would become probably the best version at that point.
Mm-hmm. You know, just taking a look at the Wii version, I think it pretty much takes all the good aspects of NBA Jam and brings it to the year 2010. In general, I'd say it's good, it's canon.
I agree. I think it's a solid title, and I really appreciate having the really crappy Pistons available to play as. At the same time, though, I think they would have been better aiming for a lower price point and focusing on the core jam instead of adding all of these little extra modes that aren't really that good.
Yeah, especially for the Wii version, since it doesn't have online capability at all. A lower price point of like $40 or $35 would have been great. It's not worth $50, to be frank. And Nintendo just has this deathly fear of the internet. It's good to have an NBA Jam that's current, that's not a piece of crap, that's enjoyable to play, even if we have some issues with it. So I say, let's toast that.
Yeah.
I'm Jimmy Wales. Won't be the last time you have a rubber in your mouth. Alright. Sorry, Richie, I had to. I was thinking of it.